Welcome to the Explainers. Look, if you drive in Texas, you know that little sticker on the inside of your windshield is just a fact of life. But let's be real, dealing with vehicle registration can sometimes feel like navigating a total maze of paperwork, deadlines, and bureaucratic rules. Well, you can take a deep breath and relax. Today, we're taking the headache out of the Texas vehicle registration process. We're going to take all the official guidelines, cut out the confusion, and give you a crystal clear step-by-step roadmap so you can get that registration renewed quickly, easily, and totally stress-free.
Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The Texas Renewal Timeline. 2. Inspections and required documents. 3. Choosing your renewal method. 4. Finalizing your registration. And 5. Troubleshooting expired registrations.
Section 1. The Texas Renewal Timeline.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Honestly, you should feel your anxiety levels dropping already. You don't have to rush down to a crowded office on one specific, highly stressful day. You've actually got a surprisingly wide window here. The earliest you can start is 90 days before your expiration date, and that expiration date is your target deadline. But get this, there's also a late renewal window that extends up to 12 months after expiration, assuming you meet certain eligibility requirements.
Let's focus on that 90-day early window. You can renew up to 90 days before that sticker expires. Not sure exactly when that is? You've got a few super easy ways to check. Just walk out to your driveway and look at the sticker, check the physical renewal notice if one showed up in your mail, or simply log into your Texas by Texas or TXT account online. Knocking this out in that 90-day early window is hands down the best way to keep things completely stress-free.
But hey, life happens. If you miss that deadline, we have that incredibly generous 12-month grace period. That is a full year. But, and this is a massive but, you are only eligible for this late window if you haven't received a citation for an expired registration. If you get pulled over and ticketed, well, that easy grace period goes right out the window.
Section 2. Inspections and required documents.
So the rules have actually shifted recently, and it's a huge win for the average Texas driver. Safety inspections, they are no longer required for most non-commercial vehicles. Total time saver, right? However, emissions testing is still mandatory in certain counties, so you'll absolutely need to double-check your specific county's rules. Oh, and if you're driving a commercial vehicle, you might still need that traditional safety inspection.
All right, once you've sorted out the inspection stuff, it's time to gather your documents. Think of this as your personal pre-flight checklist. Seriously, don't even start the process until you have these 5 things in front of you. 1. Your current registration and license plate number. 2. Proof of valid Texas auto insurance. That one is absolutely non-negotiable. 3. Your renewal notice, if you got one. 4. Your payment method. And 5. A government-issued photo ID, which you might need depending on how you decide to renew.
Section 3. Choosing your renewal method. You've got 3 distinct ways to actually get this done, so you can pick whatever fits your lifestyle best. Need it done fast? Go online using the TXT system or the official TX DMV service. Just punch in your info and pay digitally. More of a paper person? You can renew by mail. Just bundle up your notice, insurance, payment, ID copy, and inspection docs and send it off to the state. Or, if you want the peace of mind of handling it face-to-face, head in person directly to your county tax assessor collector office with your required docs and payment.
Speaking of payment, how exactly are we covering the bill? The state is pretty flexible. You can use a credit or debit card, a check, or a money order. Just a quick heads up, if you want to pay with cold hard cash, you have to do that in person. Also, keep in mind that your registration fee isn't just one flat rate for everyone across the board. It's going to vary based on your specific vehicle type, its weight, your county, and any local fees that get tacked on.
Section 4. Finalizing your registration.
Okay, we're in the home stretch. Once your renewal is officially approved, the state issues you a shiny new registration sticker and a receipt. Now, for all of you renewing online, don't panic when a sticker doesn't magically print out of your computer. The state will safely mail your physical sticker to you right after your digital payment processes.
Once that envelope finally hits your mailbox, there are just 3 foolproof steps. Step 1, actually remove the old sticker. Seriously, peel it off, don't just stack the new one on top of the old ones. Step 2, slap the new sticker on the inside of the windshield in the designated spot. Step 3, keep that registration receipt for your records. I'd highly recommend just tucking it into your glove box right next to your insurance card, so you always have it handy.
Section 5. Troubleshooting expired registrations.
Now, let's tackle the biggest anxiety-inducing question we see. What if my registration has already expired? First of all, take a deep breath.
Like we talked about with our timeline earlier, you might still completely qualify for a standard renewal if you meet those eligibility requirements within that 12-month grace period.
So, what exactly knocks you out of that easy grace period? Well, if you got a citation for driving with an expired sticker, or if there's a specific registration hold placed on your vehicle, you lose the online and mail-in privileges entirely. At that point, you absolutely have to show up in person at the county tax assessor collector office. And just be aware, late renewals under these specific circumstances, they can result in some financial penalties.
To keep you out of that particular line at the county office, let's quickly run through the most common reasons a renewal gets delayed or rejected. It almost always boils down to these 5 culprits: expired auto insurance, skipping your county's required emissions inspection, an existing registration hold on your record, payment issues like a bounced check or a declined card, or just plain missing information on your mail-in forms. Save yourself the headache and double-check all of this proactively before you hit submit.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a few incredibly crucial big-picture tips directly from the state's guidelines to help you prevent future stress. Number 1, make it a habit to renew before the expiration date. Take advantage of that 90-day early window. Number 2, always maintain valid Texas auto insurance. Any lapse is going to completely freeze your renewal. And number 3, if you move, always update your mailing address with the state. You definitely don't want your new sticker getting mailed to your old apartment.
Well, we've reached the end of the roadmap. You know the timeline, you know exactly what documents to gather, and you understand the methods available to you. Honestly, with safety inspections gone from most non-commercial vehicles and that wild 12-month grace period for eligible drivers, this process has literally never been more streamlined. So I leave you with this final question. What is stopping you from gathering those documents and knocking out your Texas registration today? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and hey, stay safe out there on the Texas roads.